Hey, what's up guys, and thanks for tuning into the channel. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the newly released as well as highly anticipated SH Figuarts Cooler Final Form. But before we get started, if you haven't yet already done so, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss another awesome review such as this figure right here. Now, starting off with the box, we see this is quite a big box, which is fitting for Cooler because he is a massive guy. You can see it's actually not too thick, which is okay, but it is wide and it is tall as well. Got a nice magenta background here. We got Cooler Final Form as well as in Japanese. We have Cooler kind of pointing his little finger. I'm not sure if he's throwing an attack or if he's actually kind of just mocking Goku there. We see that it is a P Bandai exclusive, which I'm pretty sure if you know of this figure, you know that he is a P Bandai release. And yeah, so that's why I got him really quick. I actually did not pre-order him, but I really should have pre-ordered him. But knowing that this is an awesome looking figure, and it is an awesome figure as well, I knew if I waited, he would be pretty much impossible to find. And even if I could find him, just incredibly expensive. So on the top here, we see we got that nice crown of his, as well as this nice glossy blue. And there we got the arm as well, the other arm, the shoulder guards and the chest, as well as the tail here, Cooler Final Form. On the bottom, we got another headshot, Cooler Final Form. On the other side, we got the instructions poking out, Cooler Final Form. On the back, we see all these nice product shots of him powering up, charging his attacks. And we got all the typical mumbo jumbo of SH Figuarts. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the box. Let's move it out of the way. And let's bring in our bad boy right here. So here we have Cooler Final Form. And I must say, he looks absolutely gorgeous. He is a big guy. He's very big. So you can probably see he's chunky as well, very muscular, which is how he actually looked like in the show as well. In contrast to his brother, which is like tiny. We see we got these nice big shoulder guards, which are on hinges themselves, which can't actually move to accommodate for arm motion, which is very nice. We see we got all these nice molded detailing in his chest as well to simulate battle wear. Same thing on his head here. All the nice molded detailing, as well as the nice glossy blue here on both sides of the arms, as well as both sides of the lower legs, which is very nice. He also has shading. You can probably see on the legs here, as well as the torso, some on the arms, and I don't really see any on the tail, but he definitely has quite a bit on the legs all around here. And yeah, even his toenails are painted as well. He also has the three-toed foot, just like his brother Frieza. And yeah, his massive tail, which is on multiple hinges, and also it has a stinger at the end, which is white. It also has these spikes on the back, and yeah. This guy, like I say, he just looks absolutely amazing. He looks gorgeous. He's very hefty too. So in terms of articulation, head is on a ball joint. I actually believe there is a double ball joint in the neck, which we will take a look at, when we take a look at the different face that he comes with. So we can get side to side, as well as the base of the neck is also on a ball joint, so we can move side to side. Now for the shoulders, it's on a butterfly joint, which can go forward this far, which it does kind of expose the hinge a little bit here, but that's okay. Goes forward that far and that far back. It does actually go back as well, but we do see a gap here, and there we see the other hinge. His arm can rotate all the way up, and as I said, this shoulder guard can go up that far and this far down. So it can go up all the way just past 90. We have a ball joint here that goes all the way. We have a bicep rotation right here. We have double jointed elbows, but because he's so bulky, you barely get anything past 90. And we have a ball joint, or a ball hinge rather, at the wrist. So getting these arms out of the way, we have an ab crunch that goes forward this far, very nice, and goes back that far, which is very nice as well. We barely see anything inside, which is nice. And waist, of course, is also on a ball joint there. Legs can kick forward that far, but they can't really kick back very far. He's got a big butt there, as well as the tail. You can do the splits out to the side, just like that. We have thigh rotation right here. Legs can bend just a little past 90 because he's so bulky. We have a ball hinge, or rather a swivel hinge, I think, at the ankle. We have a swivel into the leg, a swivel into the foot as well, so it can rotate side to side, as well as a hinge that goes up and down. And of course, no foot pivot because he just has his toes exposed. And going on to the tail, we have a rotation here as well as up there as well. We have a hinge. We also have a hinge as well as a rotation here at this, and I believe this is fixed. So quite a bit of articulation for this guy, which is very, very, very nice. Now, making sure he can stand here. Let's take a look at some of the accessories. Now, he doesn't actually come with a lot, but I feel like he comes with just enough to make the figure worth it. So let's just stand him up right here. So let's take a look at the face. So here we have the head without the face guard. We see the red eyes, the black lips, and the kind of almost glossy blue or magenta face here, as well as the black ears. And if we see here, this is the one with the mouth plate. Excuse me. So how you would change this actually is, first you would take this crown, you just pull it forward, and we see there is a big square peg, a square peg hole, as well as two little holes, which to accommodate these two right here. What we're going to do next is just yank this head off, just like that. That's pretty tight, but that's okay. Here we see we have the double ball joint right here. And what we're going to do is take this peg hole, and we're just going to plop it onto the socket right here. Or sorry, the socket onto the joint. Let's give it a good press, just like that. And then we're gonna take our crown. We're gonna take these pegs. We're gonna plug them into the holes on the top of his head. And make sure that can actually stay on. And here we have Cooler without his faceplate, which I think looks very, very nice. Now, for those that actually don't know, like I probably mentioned this already, Cooler is the older brother of Frieza. Now, in terms of canonicity, we don't really know if he is canon, because he was only in 2 movies. He was in 2 Dragon Ball movies, and most, if not all, the Dragon Ball movies are actually outside of the main canon of Dragon Ball. I can't remember if he actually appeared in the new Dragon Ball Super movie, which that movie is considered canon. I can't remember if he was in the beginning of that movie. If he was, that means he would be canon. But even if he is canon, this form so far is not yet canon. So that kind of sucks, but still, it's an awesome design. Now let's take a look at the 2 different feet that he has. So he has the plain flat feet. He also has these 2 clawed feet, kind of like when he's stomping on Goku's head there. And we can actually see a left and a right. You can see that, left and right there. And to switch these feet on, very simple. What we're gonna do is grab the leg. I'm gonna pop these feet off just like that. And that was the left foot. So we're gonna take this left foot and we're gonna plop it on. Just like that. And here we have a foot in a clawed position, like he's stomping on Goku's head. So yeah, there's that. Now, I'm actually going to take this off because it's hard for him to stand just on toes. So I'm going to pop that off, and we're going to bring back the flat feet here and make sure he can still stand, because next we're going to take a look at some of the hands, that this guy comes with. All right, so onto the hands, which are the last accessories for him. So he has the fists that are on him right now. He has these straight, almost completely open palms for blasting energy or grabbing Goku's head again, which have his black fingernails painted. He has more of a claw grasping hand, which also with black fingernails. And he has these 2 pointing hands, which again, I'm not sure if he's ready to blast an attack or he's just kind of mocking his opponents, but also we see the nails are painted. So very, very nice. Now to switch the hands, let's give him a clawed hand right here. What we're gonna do is grab the forearm, grab the hand. You guys probably know this by now. Future videos, I probably won't even show how to do this anymore. And we're gonna take this socket, we're gonna plug it onto this little peg, just like that. And here we have Cooler with a claw hand, just like that. And that's it for the accessories. So this might actually be a pretty quick video after all. So let's take a look at some comparisons. here we have him next to the final form of his little brother. And yeah, he's pretty much half the size of Cooler right here. Now, of course, at the time when this guy was first introduced, this was Frieza's final form, because Frieza did not have a golden Frieza form yet at that time. Now, granted, I think Cooler actually ended up getting a golden Cooler form as well, but this was in Super Dragon Ball Heroes. And of course, whether or not that show is canon is still debated, so we don't know. But yeah, so just you can see, the shape is fairly similar. We got the 3 toes down here. We got the body shape. Everything's kind of similar, but it's almost as if like he just kind of grew way taller, and these shoulder guards just started growing out. He grows like a crown, and he gets these guards on his forearms as well as his calves. So yeah. Now, even without him being in his final form, I think in his 4th form, which is the same form as Frieza, he's still taller. I think he's maybe around the height of his chest, whereas Frieza is about there. Now, regarding Frieza, I just want to mention something. I think today, Tamashii Nations, as well as Bluefin, on their official Instagram channel, posted an announcement that they are actually going to release another version of this Frieza right here. Now, just based on the pictures so far, I cannot tell if there's anything different than this guy right here. And if that's true, if it's the same figure, it will be the 3rd release that we got of this figure. The original release came out quite a few years ago. It actually came with a little rock effect piece that he could stand on. Then it was this one, which was made to go with Resurrection F, which when he died and was resurrected, he had the halo, which you can actually see the hole on the top of his head. You can plug that halo in there. And now this one, they say the articulation is better and stuff, but just based on the pictures, I can't really tell if there's a difference with this guy. The only difference that the release actually comes with is it's marketed to come with the Namekian Dragon Ball, which honestly just kind of sucks if that's really what they're playing at. There's like, oh, if you want the Namekian Dragon Ball, you have to buy another version of this Frieza, which is this 3rd version of the exact same figure. So that kind of sucks, but that's okay. And let's bring in Goku, which is his main enemy when he fought in the Cooler movies. As you can see, Goku only goes, whoops, doing a faceplant. Goku only goes up to his chest. And as I was saying, when Cooler, even when he wasn't in his final form right here, when he was in his 4th form, such as Frieza, he was still around the same height as Goku. So he was just bigger than Frieza overall. So yeah, that's pretty much it for comparisons. So some final thoughts on this figure. This is an amazing figure. Very hefty, very chunky, and just well shaded, well designed, well sculpted, lots of molded in detail, and the paintwork on this guy is just amazing as well. Now, like I said, if you are planning to get this guy, definitely jump on him quick. If you have him pre-ordered, then you're set, don't worry about it. But if you don't have him pre-ordered, I would really recommend, if you want him, buy him as soon as possible, because without a doubt, this guy will be extremely hard to find, and even if you can find him later on, he will be extremely expensive to purchase. So definitely, if you want him, go get him. And I highly recommend that you go get him. So if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to let me know by hitting that thumbs up button. And until next time, guys, take care. Bye.
Chala, hey chala, 何が起きても